I was the president of IADVL, the biggest organization of dermatologists in the entire world. I think the second biggest. I was president in 2013. For me, specifically to mention, I must say I brought financial transparency and accountability to IADVL. Whatever conferences were being organized, everything, every expenditure was scrutinized, and we found certain mistakes in the conferences which were organized during our time. So we made SOPs for that, and we streamlined the thing accordingly. Thereafter, the savings of the IADVL, they increased quite a bit. The Dermacon used to give lot of money after each and every conference. And secondly, we also laid down the various SOPs during my time. In fact, I myself prepared the SOPs. We made provision for the young people also and the private practitioners. Since 80% of the practitioners, they were in private practice. So we made a lot of provision for them also. Like observership program was opened for the private practitioners also. Then in the IADVL website, we made instruction for the patients so that the ordinary people, Dr. Kantaraj, he was the one who prepared and we placed it in the website of ours, which was very useful to the layman of the public in large.
Around 2013 December end, we had a Dermacon with the International Congress of Dermatology. I was installed as a president during that conference, and I was president for the year of 2014. Now, we did quite a lot of things for the first time in the IADVL history. We started with the research methodology workshop, a physical CME program throughout pan-India basis, because there were research grants, but there was no way to know how to do the research. Then we generated revenues and started self-funding this research grant, because up till now the research grants were provided by the industry with certain clause, negative and positive. We wanted to avoid that. We created the transparency for the first time in the appointment of various positions in academy and in IADVL. So the posts were advertised, people can apply, and then they were selected on their merits. Well, we started 2 flagship program of Dr. Rashmi, who is now a president, and this were her program. One was Resident Forum and Mentorship Program. Our Dermacons were very well organized, but were not properly accounted. And there was a lot of heartburn among the general dermatologists. So we created a MOU that has to be signed by the Dermacon organizers. They had to follow certain rules and regulations of IADVL, and IADVL started auditing the Dermacon account. And that has made a huge difference in the contribution that we get from the Dermacon in our conferences. So this was some of our achievements.
2015 is when I was the president, and it was in many ways a very satisfying year. IADVL had indeed come of age, had gone through some travails, emerged in a very strong way, and in that year IADVL took off. I was happy that I was part of that process. That year, for the first time, the scholarships, international scholarships were started. In fact, it was in the Mangalore AGBM. And then several initiatives to make administration strong. But IADVL made its presence in a big way through that effort. And as a result, we now have 2 directors on ILDS board, myself and Dr. Ramesh Bhatt. It is all in continuation of those efforts that were done at that time. Then the training programs, research grants all took off in a big way at that time. I have to compliment Dr. Deepak Parikh, my predecessor, for that effort. So we are all very happy to see that IADVL has progressed in a big way. And IADVL growth is also part of that process. So IADVL has several membership activities. IADVL has welfare activities, and that is where members have to make use of it.
The IADVL has been a teamwork in continuity. We work as a team. I was lucky to be the president. So we contributed for 3 years in the IADVL EC in that position during 2015 to 2017. And we have SOPs. We continue to work through SOPs, and the old projects, if they are continuing, then many of them are completed during my time. National headquarters in Delhi was inaugurated during my time. So I started early, and ultimately we bought a bigger office because we started the thing and things were in pipeline. It's a teamwork. And by the way, we may be the top 2 uh, association of qualified dermatologists in the world, and we are growing. And by sheer numbers and by the quality of work that our members are doing, IADVL will get its true place of pride very soon. We are progressing, and we are contributing scientifically. So I'm proud of it.
I was president of the IADVL in the year 2017, and being a full-timer in teaching, I started PG thesis-based award paper session. I started PG education task force. I was instrumental in escalating IADVL to IADVL International every 4 years, and we will be having the next international in the year 2023. Then I also encourage research grants, increase the number of research grants as well. And admin part, I was instrumental in passing budget of rupees 10 crores for IADVL permanent house or office. And this project was also started under my tenure. So younger dermatologists today, it's natural that they are attracted towards the glamour of cosmetic dermatology. So my advice to them is that first learn the basic dermatology, dermatosurgery properly, then they can always go for cosmetic dermatology. But whatever they do, it should be evidence-based. There has to be some evidence, and there has to be some scientific rationale when they offer any procedure, or even before learning the new procedure, they should explore whether it is rational scientifically, or there are evidences in favor of it, or there is some hypothesis. They can have some research bent as well.